Hi, you guys. Welcome to Amora and Nana Fun Times. I'm having a great day, and if I'm having a great day, you, and you too should be having a great day. So let's have some fun. I'm Nana. Amora is here. She's sleeping. It's a bedtime. Yay! Okay, so it's story time. And tonight we're talking about devotees. Excuse me. Now, a devotee is a person who likes a person with a disability. So, I am disabled. I have some disabilities. And I have some devotees who call themselves liking me. So, tonight I'm talking about devotee date number 3. Uno, dos, tres. Yes. And I'm going to call him Mr. Y. I'm eating some raisins here. I got to. Okay. Sorry about the smacking. Today I'm talking about devotee date number 3. Now, you see me looking down because I wrote notes and everything. Okay. I met Mr. Y through a friend girl. Yes, all my friend girls, they failed me. They haven't been on point so far. This is date number 3. So I'm going to talk about Mr. Y. Now, I met Mr. Y through a friend girl. Now, she's like, Blondie, you know, you disabled. You're so cute. You're so intelligent. You're so loving. I don't understand why you don't have a man. And I'm like, friend girl, they haven't been right. They, been approaching, but I don't know what's wrong with them. They acting the same as a regular guy. And I thought by me being disabled that they were act kind of right, but they haven't thus far. So I met Mr. Y and I said, well, friend girl, did you tell him about me? She said, yeah, you're disabled. I said, oh, okay. And I'm trying to see at that time, I had one leg amputation of both when I met him. I think I met him. Okay, I met him at the White House. Oh, okay. I met him, Mr. Y, when I had my first leg amputation. Okay? I met him. It was my left leg that was amputated. I met him. And again, we met at friend girl house, and they like to play cards, and we played cards. They did their thing or whatever, and we played cards, and we had a good time. But again, they some serious card players. I don't know why everybody's so serious about playing spades. Just have fun. But a lot of people I play with are serious. So, hey, I'd rather play Uno. Hey, whatever. What's the other thing? A bid whist, and what's the other? No, not bid whist. What's the other one? Where you use coins and stuff. I don't forget whatever the game is, but I'd rather play that or Uno than to play some spades with some serious card players. So they get mad. Hey. I know when I have a half spade. But anyway, we played spade games or spade, and everything. And, it's about, 10 of us there, our friends or whatever. And we played games and we had a good old time. And Mr. Y was talking. He was approachable and we laughed and talked and everything. Let me see. He's the type of guy that tells exactly what's on his mind. He don't sugarcoat nothing. Do you hear me? I'm like, what the 45? You don't sugarcoat nothing. He said exactly what's on his mind. And he said, Carla, he said, Blondie, because I'm real. Nana, because I'm real. You want me to call you Blondie, Nana? You want to call me Mommy? I said, boy, you crazy. He was like, I like Blondie's cool. He was like, okay, Blondie, I'm a real. man. And I tell you exactly what's on my mind. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing, so you know where I'm coming from. And you know what? I can appreciate a man to tell you exactly what's on his mind, but tell you in a nice way. He don't tell you what's in a nice way. What comes up, comes out. So I just sit there and I laugh. I sit there and I laugh at him. So we were talking to friend girl's house, having a good time or whatever. We was trying the numbers and everything. At the end of the night, we're home and we talked on the phone to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get to know each other better. And he eventually, after we talked on the phone after our first initial visit. Now, let me backtrack that. With Mr. Y, we talked on the phone initially for a year before I met him. Actually, yeah. Let me retract that. Friend girl gave me his number. We talked on the phone for a year until finally I let him come over to my house. Because with this situation number 1 and number 2, I wasn't too, what you call that, skeptical. So I talked to him for over a year on the phone, just as a friend, before I even let him come over to my house. So he went, come on, Blondie, finally let me come over. So finally I did let him come over and we played cards. You know, I invited friend girls, more friends over, and we played cards and we had a good old time and everything. He said, you could have been and let me do this. I'm like, hey, I know you like that, so So we talked and had a good time, you know, that night and everything. And he was like, I know everything about you. It's been over a year. I'm like, no, you don't know everything. There's still a lot to know about Blondie. So we talked. He got a sense of humor, not an extreme sense of humor, but every now and then he'll say something funny or whatever. And I would laugh and everything, you know, because I have a wonderful sense. I love to laugh. I love for people to make me laugh. You know, laughter is good medicine. So he would say a couple of things that were funny and I would laugh. And he's like, I'm serious. You laughing, buddy, but I'm serious. I'm like, you know what, whatever. So he laughed and we still talked another year over the phone. This is year number 2. And we just talked and talked on the phone, you know, with Mr. Y, whatever. And he was like, you know what, Blondie, I really like you. You need to give me a chance. And he was like, I feel that you're afraid to open up your heart to me because you've been hurt. And I said, well, you know what? I'm apprehensive, but I'm open to the possibility of having a man in my life. But first, he has to love God more than he loves me. Because I know if he loved God, he's going to treat me right. And he was like, I love God. You know, I go to church and everything. I said, but you know what? Church is just a building. It's an assembly place for like believers. Going to church won't get you to heaven. It's your personal relationship and your heart with Jesus. And he was like, okay, I understand that. I have a personal relationship with him. I said, well, you know what? That's good. Is he first in your life? And he said yes. And he answered all the right questions. I don't know if it was true or not, but he answered all the right questions and everything. And we began to talk, courting. Now, courting means you may come to my house and you could take me out to dinner. But courting don't mean zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. With the 45, that ain't happening. So we talked and everything. And, you know, I said, you know, he could kiss me on my hand or whatever. You know, I ain't playing a kissy, touch, whatever, you know. And he was like, you really old school. I said, yeah. He's like, I'm old school too, but darn, you moving slow as a snail. I was like, the slow snail still runs the race. The race is, what's it said? You know what? It's not given to the swift or to the strong, but a one to endure to the end. Okay. What the 45? Okay. But anyway, we talked and he was saying I was going too slow for him. And, you know, we should be at step number 2 or 3. And we still at step 1. And he don't know why I won't open up. And I was talking to him and I was opening up, but I just wasn't going at his pace. I was going at Blondie's pace. And if he couldn't deal with that, oh, well, you know what? You're just going to miss out on a good woman because I know who I am and I know whose I am. Did you hear me? I know what I am and whose I am. Okay? So, yeah, I know I'm a well-worthy woman. So, you know, hey, if he wanted to move on and because his hormones was kicking, go ahead and get Sally, get Sue, get whoever you want to. But you won't have Blondie. Not like that. Well, we talked for another year or whatever. He used to come back and forth, you know. He met my daughter, met my granddaughter. Now, this has been like 3 or 4 years. So, you know, it was okay with my daughter, me and my grandbaby. And every time he would come to my house, my grandbaby was more real small than him. She like, you better not touch my nail. You better not cook my nail hand no more. I'm going to get you. And he used to laugh. He was like, come here, girl. Come here, girl. And she used to run around. It was so funny. But anyway, he said he was interested in me, but he was moving too fast. He was ready for the intimacy, to make a long story short. And I wasn't. I wasn't ready. And he was talking about having another child. Wait a minute. You're a half century. I'm almost a century. Now, you're a century. Or is it a half a century? Whatever. He was hitting 50. And I'm almost there. And I'm like, I'm too old to be having a baby. Oh, you ain't never too old, Ruth. And all of them have babies in the Bible. You selling on, you have faith in God, but you ain't got faith in God because if you have faith in God, you wouldn't be worried about having a baby, being sick or being disabled because you know God is taking care of you. Know God going to take care of it. He used that psychology on me. I said, baby, bye. What the 45? Like I told you, I'm too old to be having kids. I have all this sickness and illness. I'm disabled. I don't have no legs or feet. He was like, girl, don't use that excuse because you get around here on your halfies. That's what I call my residual legs that I left. You get down on your halfies and get on the carpet and get on the floor and do all that other type of stuff. You do more stuff than a person with regular legs do than you do with no legs and feet and you on the floor. I said, you know what, Mr. Y, you probably right, but I'm not having no kids. And I was like, so let me give you a question since you throwing this out there. If we were, and I got pregnant, what did I ask him? I said, so if I were, and I got pregnant, would you go to every doctor's appointment? Would you go get my cravings? Everything that a woman wants a man to do while she's pregnant, I asked him. And he said he would do it. I said, so if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I wanted some peanut butter and some pickles, would you go get it? He was like, H, no. I said, oh, really? He was like, no, because you should have told me that at 6 o'clock this morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't wait till 3 o'clock in the morning and tell me about some food cravings you had. I said, well, that's what it hit me at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You tell me you wouldn't go? He was like, no, I wouldn't go. I was like, are you serious? He was like, no. He was like, yeah, I'm serious. You should have told me earlier throughout the day. Then I would have went and got it. Now, if you tell me throughout the day, I'll get your cravings. Was you going to wait till 3 o'clock and wake me up and tell me you want some pickles and peanut butter and you want me to go to the store? You better turn your butt back over and go in the kitchen and get what's in there. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, well, that's a strike. I said, you changed diapers? Oh, yeah, I was there for my kids. Now, he has like 5 or 6 children. What would you want with another child for? And you 50. So your child will be, what, 50? You'll be 55, 56, and you having a child, and you go to your child's kindergarten or preschool thing, and you like, hey, that's my baby right there. They're going to be like, little Charlie, that's your granddaddy? No, that ain't my granddaddy. That's my daddy. Kayla, that's your, oh, that's my baby right there. My baby right there. They'll be like, Kayla, That's your grandmother making all the... No, that's my mama. No, I'm not doing that. That's not my cup of tea. Now, that may be your cup of tea or somebody else's cup of tea, but that's not my cup of tea. I have one 26-year-old child, and I'm done. After I had her, I was done. The Lord blessed me with one time. What I asked him for was a girl, and he gave me my girl. Yes, he did. He gave me my girl, and I didn't want any more after that. I had like 5, 6 nieces and nephews that I took care of as my own, so that was enough for me. But yeah, Mr. Y wants to have some more kids, and I'm like, Don't you know labor and delivery for a 50-year-old is hard? No, that ain't for me. But that's for the young folks. That ain't fucking behind you. I'm ready to love on some grandkids like I do now. Love on Amora Michelle and love on Leah Madison. My other nieces and nephews, they grown and everything, but I did for them when they were little. I took care of them like they were my kids. Now, Nana is just spoiling. Blondie is just spoiling kids. She ain't having them. She loving them, then send them home. She loving them, then she sending them home. She ain't keeping them. She ain't keeping them permanent. No. She not doing that. So he got mad at me and said, okay, that's okay. I'll just be your friend. Now, remember I told you he real blunt. He said exactly what's on his mind. I said, well, okay. So we've been friends. Let me see. We've been friends about 7, 8 years now. Yeah, about 7.5, 8 years now. And we're friends. We talk to each other every now and then on the phone. I haven't heard from him lately in about, 5 or 6 months. Because at first he was talking to me on the phone as a friend. But these last 5 months, I haven't heard from him because our last conversation, which maybe 8 months ago, he was trying to get back with me and still being overly aggressive and talking about babies and marriage and grown folk stuff. I'm not ready for that. And if I'm telling you I'm not ready for that, you should respect it. And if you don't want to respect that, oh, well, ain't nothing Blunt can do for you. So he stopped talking to me, and I haven't heard from him in over 3 months. But I know he's ill, so I call and leave a message on his answer machine. I know he listens to it, but he never, calls me or anything like that. But I'm just like that. I'm going to call you. If you don't answer the phone, I'll leave a message. But if you block me, there's nothing I could do. He used to always say, Blondie, you got a sexy voice. And I never thought my voice was sexy, but he says, you could do phone stuff. And I said, huh? He was like, you have a very sexy, attractive voice. I've never heard a voice so soothing and so beautiful with magnitude and prestige. And I was like, are you talking to me? He was like, yeah. He was like, every time I talk to you, you do something for me. He was like, your voice just do something for me. And I'm mad because I can't have you like I want to. And I'm like, there's nothing I can do but just encourage you. So, yeah, that was Mr. Y, date number 3 from one of my friend girls. Fail. And I just want to say, please view, like, share, get this video a big thumbs up. I want to say that, you know what? You can come to Jesus just like you are, for he is never, ever far. Okay, I want to thank you, family, for watching and enjoying this video. Let me see what else I want to say. Oh, okay. And as always, be wonderfully blessed by our King on today. I love you, family. I hope you enjoyed this video, part 3 of dating Devotee. I love you. This was a fail too. Love you guys. Until next time.